Bargenqust, nice to see you on this busy Friday. All right, so first off, the elephant in the room, I mean, he's facing first-degree murder, but that's it. I mean, he's facing 35 to life with or without parole. I mean, he mutilated this body, so he could have been facing tampering with evidence, lying to police, concealing a body, mutilation of a corpse. He's not. Why, as a defense attorney, would you suggest even going to trial? What is there to fight here?
Well, thank you for having me. And I think that you've kind of hit the nail on the head about why they're at trial fighting it, right? Because if it's only this one count and nothing is, prompted to change, what you have is there is a very clear narrative of a self-defense killing. Now, I believe that the subsequent conduct is, as you mentioned, something that could have been charged, right? Tampering with evidence, mutilation of a corpse, abuse of a corpse, etc. But if we're just looking at the actual death here, he has indicated that this was self-defense. And so if this is all he is charged with, then fighting how the death actually occurred is the piece that the defense has. I believe that the jury will take a look at the subsequent conduct and try from that conduct to determine what actually happened, because there is a general narrative that if you didn't do anything wrong, you're not going to try and cover it up. But if you're just looking at the actual altercation that resulted in her death, then you have the self-defense. And while you can't self-defense your way out of the treatment of a body afterwards, you can for the actual incident.
Well, from the defense standpoint, how do I convince this jury that it was self-defense if the defendant dismembered his wife? Why dismember the body? Just call police, self-defense.
Yeah, I mean, that is what the defense is going to be fighting, right? That's the uphill battle here. But what you have to recall is that nobody plans to kill somebody in self-defense, right? Nobody is premeditated, has braced themselves, is ready for that, particularly in a situation like this. So tragic, they were on an anniversary trip, right? So this was supposed to be a romantic weekend. He was going to reconnect with family, and suddenly he finds that he's killed his wife in self-defense. If he doesn't believe anybody is going to believe him, if he's panicked, concerned, scared, I mean, how many times have we heard stories about people who, in very clear self-defense, are still convicted of premeditated murder? And so he panics, he gets scared, and he then does all of the things that you would expect somebody who has participated in an unlawful killing to do. But it's hard to say what you would do until you're there in a situation that none of us ever want to be in.
It's just a fascinating case that we're bringing out of Vermont. Very disgusting and disturbing. All right, I appreciate your thoughts on it. You're going to stick with us for the hour. Coming next, we're going to turn to Mississippi and bring you testimony